knowing that we have an infinitely satisfying and everlasting inheritance just over the horizon of this life, makes us zealous in our few remaining years to spend ourselves in sacrifices of love rather than the accumulation of comforts. Consider the way Raymund Lull ended his days. Raymund Lull was born in the year 1235 to a wealthy family on the island of Majorca off the coast of Spain. He was a dissolute youth until he had several visions which compelled him to follow Christ. At first he thought he would enter the monastic life, and then Christ so gripped him for the Muslim peoples of northern Africa that he gave himself to be a missionary in what is today Algeria. I want to read you a couple of paragraphs from the story of his life written by Samuel Zweimer to show you how he finished his course. His pupils and friends naturally desired that he should end his days in the peaceful pursuit of learning and the comfort of companionship. He had come home under some duress and had taught Oriental languages and Arabic until he was 79. So that's where we're picking it up. Such, however, was not Lull's wish. In Lull's contemplations, we read, "Men are accustomed to die, O Lord, from old age, the failure of natural warmth and the excess of cold. But thus, if it be thy will, thy servant would not wish to die. He would prefer to die in the glow of love, even as thou wast willing to die for him." The dangers and difficulties that made Lull shrink back in 1291 only urged him forward to North Africa once more in 1314. His love had not grown cold, but burned the brighter. He longed not only for the martyr's crown, but also once more to see his little band of believers in Africa. Animated by these sentiments, he crossed over to Bougia in Algeria on August 14, and for nearly a whole year labored secretly among the little circle of converts whom his previous visits he had won to the Christian faith. At length, weary of seclusion and longing for martyrdom, he came forth into the open market and presented himself to the people as the same man whom they had once expelled from their town. It was Elijah showing himself to a mob of Ahabs. Lull stood before them and threatened them with divine wrath if they persisted in their errors. He pleaded with love, but spoke plainly the whole truth. The consequences can be easily anticipated. Filled with fanatic fury at his boldness and unable to reply to his arguments, the populace seized him, dragged him out of town, and there, by the command or at least the connivance of the king, he was stoned to death on the 30th of June, 1315. Raymund Lull was 80 years old when he died for Christ. Nothing could be further from the American dream of retirement than the way Lull chose to live his last days. Nothing.